Welcome to Ripe News. Please remember to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Today's leading stories making headlines in the world include breaking news regarding federal workers who are questioning the legitimacy of Trump's buyout offer. Thousands of miles away from Elon Musk's office in the White House complex, a federal employee in the Pacific Northwest is contemplating resignation. Musk, a key advisor to President Donald Trump, has initiated an extraordinary financial incentive for individuals to resign from their government positions, offering several months' salary in exchange for their departure. The employee, who requested anonymity due to concerns about potential repercussions, is considering accepting the offer and relocating abroad. However, she harbors doubts. Is the offer genuinely beneficial, or could it be a covert strategy to identify disloyal government personnel? Her predicament reflects the broader uncertainty permeating the federal workforce, which is the largest employer in the nation. Over 2 million employees, including analysts, nurses, scientists, accountants, food inspectors, and loan processors, are facing a deadline of 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday, 5:59 p.m. Friday NZDT, to make their decision regarding resignation. The Trump administration is actively encouraging employees to accept the offer. This deferred resignation program is part of Trump's initiative to reshape the federal government, aiming to diminish what his allies refer to as the deep state, which they believe undermined the Republican president during his initial term. Administration officials assert that this approach will save taxpayer money by providing employees with a valuable, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to cease working while still receiving a paycheck until September 30th. On Thursday, the administration intensified its pressure on federal employees to resign, issuing a reminder that layoffs or furloughs may be imminent. The majority of federal agencies are likely to undergo downsizing through restructurings, realignments, and reductions in force, stated a message from the Office of Personnel Management, which has been central to Musk's efforts to streamline the government. The email indicated that those who chose to stay would be required to demonstrate loyalty and would be held to heightened standards of suitability and conduct as the organization progresses. Additionally, some employees might be reclassified to reduce their civil service protections. Employees who partake in unlawful activities or other forms of misconduct will be prioritized for suitable investigation and disciplinary action, which may include termination, the email stated. Warnings from Democrats and labor unions. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat Massachusetts, along with other congressional members, addressed the audience during a rally opposing Elon Musk outside the Treasury Department in Washington. Democrats have cautioned that workers should not accept the deferred resignation program, as it lacks congressional authorization, potentially jeopardizing their compensation. Unions have initiated legal action to halt Trump's proposals, and a judge is set to evaluate whether to obstruct the buyout offer during a hearing on Friday in Boston. It's a scam and not a buyout, asserted Everett Kelly, president of the American Federation of Government Employees. Kelly advised employees, stating, "If it were me, I wouldn't participate." An anonymous employee from the Department of Education expressed concerns about the administration's apparent urgency in persuading individuals to sign the agreement. She noted several alarming aspects, including a clause that relinquishes the right to sue if the government fails to fulfill its obligations under the agreement. The deal is precisely what it appears to be, Trump official. Trump appointed Musk, the wealthiest individual globally, to lead the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, a broad initiative aimed at diminishing the size and influence of the federal government. The initial email proposing the deferred resignation program was titled Fork in the Road, reflecting a similar sentiment Musk conveyed to Twitter employees 2 years prior following his acquisition of the social media platform. Officials from the Trump administration have arranged question-and-answer sessions with employees as the deadline draws near. Rachel Oglesby, the chief of staff at the U.S. Department of Education and a former employee of the America First Policy Institute, stated that Trump is aiming to decrease the size of the federal workforce. There have been numerous inquiries regarding the authenticity of this initiative and whether it is a deceptive tactic, she remarked, as recorded by the Associated Press. It is precisely what it appears to be. It is one of the various strategies he is employing to fulfill his campaign commitment to reform the civil service and implement changes in Washington, D.C. This topic was also addressed in a meeting with employees from the Department of Agriculture, as indicated by another recording acquired by the AP. Marlon Taubenheim, a human resources representative, recognized that these are indeed challenging times and that there is considerable stress. Regrettably, we do not possess all the answers, he noted. Jacqueline Ponte-Lazaric, another leader within the agency, mentioned that employees likely did not have the time they would have preferred to make a significant life decision. For those who choose to stay, she added, we will continue to persevere. Reassurances from officials within the administration have not alleviated apprehensions across various agencies. Some federal employees expressed skepticism regarding the legitimacy of the offers, questioning Trump's authority to allocate funds. Others referenced his history of failing to pay contractors during his tenure as a real estate developer in New York. Demonstrations have emerged in Washington in response to Musk's initiatives. Protests have occurred outside federal buildings, including a rally at the Office of Personnel Management on Wednesday. I am taking a risk and being bold, encouraging more federal employees to voice their concerns, stated Dante O'Hara, who identified himself as a government worker. If we remain silent, we risk losing our jobs, and they will replace us with loyalists or individuals who will act as their enforcers. Government positions have traditionally been viewed as stable employment. However, O'Hara expressed that there is a prevailing anxiety among workers. His colleagues convey a sentiment of uncertainty, stating, I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow because we are unsure of what the future holds. Dan Smith, a Maryland resident whose father worked as a research scientist at the U.S. Department of Agriculture, remarked that federal employees are significantly undervalued and often overlooked. He added, it is one matter to reduce the size of the government, it is another to attempt to dismantle it entirely. That is the reality we are facing, and it is both alarming and repugnant, necessitating a strong response. During a protest outside City Hall in New York, demonstrators held up signs. Source: Associated Press. Mary Jean Burke, a physical therapist with the Department of Veterans Affairs in Indianapolis, expressed concern that an exodus of employees could threaten healthcare services. As a union representative, she noted that uncertainty has also arisen regarding the acceptance of job offers. Initially, many were eager to leave, she stated. However, after seeing a social media post from Doge, which suggested that employees could enjoy the vacation they always desired or simply relax while receiving full government pay and benefits, opinions shifted. Burke explained that the message backfired, as it seemed too good to be true, leading to hesitation among employees. Regardless, she asserted that Trump has seemingly succeeded in his objective of disrupting the federal workforce. Every day brings new developments, Burke